Hello everyone. Carlos Flores back on basics. Before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. If you have a topic, suggestion, if you have feedback, if you have a question, if you need me to give you my input or my take on any topic, put it in the comment section and I'll be happy to do so. If you want to connect with me on other social media outlets, on Facebook, you can search for me by typing in Carlos Flores Jr. On Instagram, on X, and on Threads, you can actually type in at Back on Basics. And then on WhatsApp, you can type in at Back on Basics 9985. So let's talk about how to gain motivation, because I know we've been talking about this, right? Running through 2024 to 2025, moving that motivation over. But we haven't really talked about how to gain that motivation. So let's break it down a little bit. So some of the things that I'm going to recommend right now are very simple. And a lot of them, I've said it in different videos. Remember, there's so many. There's over 500 videos that I have done since last year. And I want to make sure that I provide you with all the tools that you need so that way you can have a mind, body, emotional balance. And I also want to make sure that you can look through the archive, right, of the videos and look at the topics or look at the things that I talk about. Because again, sometimes we need certain parts of a video or certain parts of a topic, and sometimes we need the entire topic. So I'm making it as simple as possible. All of the videos are available. All of the videos are there, and they talk about broader topics, specific topics, and making sure that you get an idea, so that way you can make decisions, and that way you can move forward. So let's talk about gaining motivation. So gaining motivation, like my watch is saying, I need to stand up. I'm not going to do that. So gaining motivation, you have to focus on, one thing is focus on small wins. Look, ladies and gentlemen, what have I been saying from the beginning, right? When you have a little pebble, right, and you let it down a snowy mountain, what happens? It actually goes down slow at first, but as the snow compacts on the pebble and it becomes a snowball, it's bigger and bigger and bigger. At some point, you're gonna have so much momentum that you're gonna be unstoppable. So focus on small wins. That's an excellent way to start this video. Big wins are also great, but small wins can add up. And once you add up, remember what I said is called compounding effect. Then what happens is all those small wins put together makes you unstoppable, makes you focused, makes you move forward, makes you do the things that sometimes you may be anxious of doing. And so again, focus on small wins. Another one is find your purpose, ladies and gentlemen. What do you want to do? My purpose is to teach people. My purpose is to be in front of this camera and talk to you about different topics. I want to be able to get to a point where there's thousands of videos in my YouTube channel. There's thousands of shorts in my YouTube channel. And you're asking me, we're symbiotically talking to each other in the comments, on social media, in different ways. And so again, find your purpose, because that's one of the things that's going to drive you. That's one of the things that's going to focus you. Because remember, right? I've said it before. If you want to focus your mind, you do something physical. If you want to focus your physical, then you do something mental. And so, just finding your purpose is great. So these videos, ladies and gentlemen, are not going to stop. It's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And the nice thing about it is that they're all going to be made free. Remember, I told you there are some tiers in YouTube on how you can do things. I'm not going to do a subscription based, because again, all of these are perfect. Although not perfect. I'm not saying it I'm not trying to be like, yeah, I'm perfect. No, perfect for you to view. They're not going to be subscription based. These are all going to be free because every topic, every subtopic is very important to one of you or all of you. And remember, I want to thank all of you that have shared my videos with others all around. I mean, right now we're at, thank you, 433 subscribers. I mean, again, right? We're strong. We're sharing. I'm creating. I'm listening to your comments. I'm making those videos that you're suggesting, that you're asking about. And so, I mean, make sure that everything just keeps on coming. Remember, that snowball is getting so big that we're going to be unstoppable. Because remember what I've said. You're a part of my support system, and I'm part of your support system as well. So again, keep at it, ladies and gentlemen. Be kind to yourself. Whenever you feel like you failed, whenever you feel like you can't get started, whenever you feel like you need your support system, be kind to yourself. Do not get into your head and get into negative self-talk, because that will slow you down or stop you. Remember, be kind to yourself. You know yourself best. Nobody else in this world knows you better than yourself. So be kind to yourself. You know the things that get you down. You know the things that get you up. You know the things that motivate you. And so, again, by acknowledging that things are going to happen, just make sure to be kind to yourself. You know, one of the things that I like to do is actually visualize what success is going to look like. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard, but the more you practice it, I mean, I write it down sometimes. What does it mean for me to be successful at this goal or at this activity or this thing that I need to do? And believe me, I start visualizing it because, again, I'm a very visual person. And so I start focusing and doing things and doing things and doing things. You know, one of the things that I really appreciate from my parents and from my grandfather and my grandmother and all of them is tenacity. Some people call it stubbornness, but it's tenacity. I don't give up. If you fall down, you stand up. If you fall down, you fall for moving and looking forward. I mean, you can't. Don't give up. But in order to do that, you have to celebrate your progress. You have to visualize success. I've told you about celebrating progress, and I told you about visualizing success. Just look at it and say, what do I need to do to be successful? How does that going to look like? I know how it looks like. I know how my success is going to look like with this YouTube channel. I want to have thousands of all of you supporting one another symbiotically. Symbiotically means, right, in real time, online and everything. I want this to be a community where you can share it with somebody, they'll share it with somebody else. You can do that. And so again, right, my motivation is that I have gone through school all my life, 40 plus years, and I want to make sure that all of you get my take on different topics. So again, visualize your success, celebrate your progress. No matter if it's a little bit, no matter if it's a lot, you celebrate your progress. All of that's going to help you visualize where you want to get to and how it's going to look like when you get to. So, this is hard for me. The next one is limit negative input. You know what? Remember, there's a saying that says, if you're working somewhere and you're not happy where you're working at, it's not necessarily the job, but the people working with you. It's the same thing. It's limiting negative input. Some people just can't help it, ladies and gentlemen. And I know I'm often negative too, but I've learned not to say it out loud. I've learned how to journal it. I learned how to, how to process it myself. But a lot of people just tend to say things, and sometimes they regret it afterwards, or sometimes they mean it, and from their perspective, they think that they're doing something good, but it's not. So again, limit negative input. And if you hear it, just walk away. Or if you have to stay there and listen to it, do that. But realize, right, that you're on a journey. You have tools to balance that negativity, but at the same time, you have to limit it. So if there's people that keep on doing that negativity, that keep on giving you that negativity, you have to limit the interactions that you have with them. So, I mean, and it's hard though. I'm telling you, it's hard because sometimes those people are close to us. Sometimes those people, have been there at a job, at school, at different aspects. But again, limit your negative input. And if you do that, if you take some of these, you'll see that it'll open up more opportunities. It'll focus you in the mind. It'll focus you in the body. It'll focus you and balance your emotions. I mean, you see me, right? In these videos, I'm excited. I can't wait to do these videos. I was just in a meeting for my credential program for the special education program. As soon as they said, "Oh, you can go," beep, and not even a minute into getting off from from the virtual meeting, that I started doing this video because I had a topic that I wanted to talk to you about. And so again, right, limited negative input. So again, what I've talked about is about motivation, how to gain motivation, different aspects. Everybody's different. Remember, I talked about that. And so, bottom line, you got this. You got this. And if you feel like you don't, reach out to your support system. You can put it in the comment section. You can ask me any questions. I'm more than happy to do so. Why? Because your question may help any of the 433 subscribers. Again, let's build this community. Let's get this going, right? Let's share stories. Let's give our take on what's going on. I mean, again, right? Build motivation. Till next time, back on basics.